Hello, you. This was our idea, so remember that every year as you try to get through this interview. If all goes well, you're going to have to do this for the next 30 to 40 years. So good luck. If not, I assume we're dead, and if we're dead, it was RJ Carroll's fault. He lives in BC, and I fully expect a full investigation into the man for what he's done. So, on to our interview. In the last year, what is the best advice you have received?
Alright, in the last 12 months, since I have been diagnosed with crippling bonitis, I think the best advice I received was there is no handbook on how to lose your health. This just happens, and it's not your fault. It's a hard lesson, and I'm still dealing with that lesson. Hard to accept it.
What is your biggest regret from the last year?
My biggest regret is very simple. My biggest regret in the last 12 months-ish is not relying on my wife nearly as much as I should have. She can do so much more, and I hold back. I shouldn't. Hopefully in the next 12 months, I can accept that.
You have 1 year to live. What do you do? That's not seizures or fire, by the way. That's the train going by, if you don't remember.
If I had but 1 year to live, my answer has always been the same. I would do exactly what I'm doing. I am surrounded by people who love me. Most of them like me. And what else is there? Any goal I've ever set out to do, I've pretty much accomplished, or gotten close enough that I just don't care. And there's nobody else out there that I really care if they exist. I've got 3 amazing kids, 1 cool wife, and some kick-ass parents. On top of that, my brother's not too far away, and I live a pretty chill, happy life, so I think this right now.
What's your biggest goal for the following year?
My one major goal for the next 12 months or so is to rebuild my weakened and damaged body. Tendons, tissues, bones, they're all atrophied at best and crippled at worst. I think in the next 12 months, raising my activity level and just rebuilding what's left of my body is the best goal I've got. And there's always a follow-up. So my follow-up answer is I'm going to make a plan, I'm going to follow my plan, and it's going to work. It's that simple.
You've had a rough year or a good year. What's the song that has defined your year?
This last year I would go with Chances by BSB for completely sentimental, mushy relationship reasons. And my health is going to go with I think RX by Theory. Always dug the song, really like it now for the amount of meds I've taken over the last 12 months. It was like 40 pills a day. So hopefully you're doing better than I am when you see this again. But yeah, I think those are the 2 that really sum up my last 12 months.
What is the biggest setback you've experienced this year? Like last year, not this year, because we're only 4 days in, if you're doing this properly.
In the last 12 months, it might be surprising, but bonitis has not been my biggest setback. My biggest setback has been a complete mental fight to find some cheer in my day. It has not been easy. Everything annoys me. Everything hurts. And I've caused far too many fights that just didn't need to happen. So yeah, I'm going with the biggest setback being a mental fight with myself that I am losing, I feel.
And now, what's your biggest accomplishment from your previous year, my future year?
My biggest accomplishment. Now this one's easy. My biggest accomplishment in the last 12 months would have to be more time with the kids. Going back to work was an amazing journey opportunity, but to be stuck back in here with them at this age is just such a cool factor. So I got crippled, but I also got to chill with 3 of the coolest people I know. So yeah, biggest accomplishment, getting crippled and being allowed to stay home with my kids.
What's the biggest challenge you see coming over the next 12 months?
The biggest challenge I see in the next 12 months is simply going outside. I've always joked I've got agoraphobia, but I am terrified of getting the COVID-19 virus, embarrassing myself or my family in public. So I have kind of become a shut-in over the last 12 to 14 months. So I think my biggest challenge will be simply getting out of the house. And just down the steps would be a great thing to do once a day, I think.
What's your overall theme for the year? Is it going to be recovery, happiness, crime? Choose one. You know how it works. Or if you don't, go check out CPG Gray's themes of the year. We do have memory issues and severe brain damage.
My theme, which I think I answered earlier, again, memory issues and severe brain damage, is happiness. Finding joy and just something to smile about every day. I don't believe in suicide, so I don't have that option. Going back to work looks very bleak at this point in time. So I think just finding some general happiness every single day. So happiness would be my theme. Or is that rebuilding my body? This is the problem with doing interviews so far apart and having memory issues.
Time for some quick rapid fire questions. Favorite place?
The sofa.
Toy?
The quintessence judge. That thing is a holy grail of mine to find.
Food?
Mum's homemade buns. I love those things. They are like crack.
Animal?
Pixel.
If you had one superpower, what would it be?
Regeneration. I would love to be able to heal from this damage.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Alright, what's the best thing from the last year? Which is kind of a repeat of previous ones, I realize, but hey, we made the questions.
Best thing would be coffee. I really think that would be the best thing over the last year.
Worst thing?
Fighting with everybody all the time because I have to be confrontational.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
The same thing I've always wanted. I want to be happy and to own a jetpack.
One wish for the next year, anything.
Comfy shoes and nice socks.
Alright, emotion time, big guy. What makes you happy?
Pandas.
Sad?
That nobody can hear me.
What makes us angry?
Everything this stupid disease has stolen from me. It's frustrating, and it makes me really angry sometimes.
Well, that pretty much wraps that up, so I'll see you at 38. 39? No, I'm 38, so you'll be 39. Well, you'll also be 38 because I need to answer the questions. You get it. Carry on.